Coach, big win for you guys, 3-2 here in overtime. Talk about the game-winning goal by Caroline Kastor.
Yeah, great finish by Caroline. Whit played a really good ball to her. Kastor ran onto it, was open and ran onto it. Had a lot of time to think about it, and there's a lot of pressure there. She finished it really, really well. Their goalkeeper's very athletic, a very good shot stopper. So for Caroline to finish that, because I thought the keeper came out and narrowed the angle very well. Caroline finished it very, very well, but she's been doing that all year for us. But that's a huge goal, a huge goal.
Talk about the importance of that win, especially after, Baylor Friday didn't go the way we wanted, and then, we control most of the way today, give up 2 in the final 10 minutes. How important was it to get the win?
I think from a psychological standpoint, it was massive for us, because Friday we kind of got beat down a little bit, and the kids were really, really down after that game. So I think if we hadn't have finished this off here, I think next week would have been really tough for us, just mentally getting them back on track. But I also told them, that when we're winning 2-0, and I thought at that point we were pretty much in control of the game, controlling the tempo of the game. You can't let people come back like that. And I think for us, it was mental mistakes. The 2 goals they scored, we get beat out wide, and we don't track runners in the box. Both goals were almost identical. Ball got cut back, somebody's wide open because we haven't tracked them. I'd have to look at the tape and see if it was out of the midfield or if it was a forward that didn't track. But, at the end of a game on a Sunday, on a 2-game road game weekend, you're tired, and so, but that's where you really got to focus. And I think that we kind of let our focus go a little bit in the last 8 minutes, and that was why. But you got to give TCU credit, you're down 2-0, 8 minutes left in the game. I mean, they're still battling and fighting, and I think Eric does a good job of getting that out of them. But we shouldn't be letting those guys come back when we're up 2-0 and in control. But, having said that, psychologically it's difficult to be up 2-0 and have the other team come back. Because I could tell after regulation our guys were really down on the bench. I had to kind of rile them up a little bit and say, hey, you know what? We messed up, but the game's still there to be taken. And I was glad that we were able to finish it off and get the win today.
Does it say a lot about this team that we're able to bounce back from a tough loss Friday and then, a tough situation at the end of the game here and find a way to win?
Yeah, I think it's really important, and I think it does say a lot. And I said that to the team in pregame. I said, coming back from that, especially just the Baylor game and how intense it was, coming back from that, it's really going to be a test of character today to see how we react and when we respond. And I thought the kids responded really well. A little bit of lax of focus at the end, but then we were able to finish it off and get the win, so it was important.
Caroline, big win for you guys on the road here, coming back in overtime, 3-2, scoring the game-winning goal. Can you talk to me about the play?
Yeah, I think it was Courtney kind of hustled to get a foot on the ball, played it to me, and I laid it off to Whit. And then Whit does so well, just penetrating, and she played me a perfect ball through, and I just knew that that might have been the only opportunity we were going to get, so I knew I had to finish it, so glad I did. But
how tough was it, I guess, especially in the first overtime, you guys had given up a couple of goals, controlled the game most of the way, but they scored 2 in the final 7 minutes to tie it. How tough is it to come back from that?
Oh, man. Well, it's super frustrating, because I feel like we did control the game the whole time, and I think we played well today. So, yeah, it's tough to be down or for them to score 2 that quickly. And I think, I think our heads were down a little bit, and it is hard to come back when they have the momentum. But I'm really proud that, I think we came out really strong in both overtimes. And I think we had a couple chances in the first half of overtime that we could have finished. But, I think we picked it up, but definitely got our heads down for a bit.
How important was it to come away with a win here on the weekend? Obviously, Friday didn't go the way we wanted, but come back Sunday and get a split.
It was really important. That was such a disappointing loss on Friday, and I think we just wanted to be sure that that game wasn't going to define our season or define the Big 12 play, and I think it was so important for us to come and get at least a split weekend away. So I think after a disappointing loss, it's really important to get the win on a Sunday.